Hey gamers, welcome to my game room. AJ from Rolling with Roc here with today's episode of Roc Reviews, where I am looking at the Flip and Write Silver and Gold designed by Phil Walker Harding and published by Pandasaurus Games. Silver and Gold is a quick 20-minute 2 to 4 player flip and write game where players will be flipping cards over, revealing shapes that they have to fill in on what they're called treasure cards. You'll be crossing off squares with X's. Crossing off X spots will allow you to cross off more. Coins will allow you to earn trophies, and palm trees will get you points as well at the end of the game. The players will try to complete as many treasure cards as possible over 4 rounds, and the player at the end of the game with the most points wins. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. It really helps me grow. Any likes, subscribes, comments, and sharing my content extremely helps when I am this small. So I thank you for everyone who goes ahead and does that. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at Rolling with Roc. I try to be as interactive as possible on those 2 social medias. Alright, with all that said, let's go ahead and go down to the table. I will show you how to set up and play Silver and Gold. Then we'll come back with my final thoughts, and I will give this game my Roc rating. So this is a 3-player game of Silver and Gold set up on the table. You will give each player their own scorecard, and you will deal them 4 treasure cards at the beginning of the game. And they get to look at those cards and choose 2 of them and discarding the others. So we'll go ahead and choose 2 cards for each player here. These are their treasure cards to use at the beginning of the game. You will put the stack of 8 expedition cards right here on the table for the first player to flip over. There are 8 cards, but only 6 patterns. 2 of the patterns are repeated, the 3 square L and the 3 square straight line. Then you will put 4 face-up treasure cards on the table for when somebody completes one of their treasure cards, they can grab a new one. And you put the rest of the deck right here. When you complete a you can take one of the 4 face-up or the top card from the treasure deck. Silver and Gold is played over 4 rounds, which are indicated right here. When you complete the round, you go ahead and check it off. The round consists of flipping the expedition cards. There are 8 cards total. You will flip 7 of them each round, and they show these shapes. There are 8 shapes shown here, but 2 are repeated, so there are 6 different shapes. And the first player will go ahead and flip over an expedition card, revealing that shape, and then all players simultaneously will mark that shape off on their treasure cards. You can rotate that shape, you can flip that shape, but you must, in some way or another, have that shape in that alignment. Now there are 3 special icons on treasure cards. You have coins, X spots, and palm trees. When a player crosses off a palm tree, they will count that palm tree as 1 point and add it to any palm trees that are visible in the 4 face-up treasure cards to be acquired. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 points right there, and they would put that on one of their palm tree score spaces for scoring at the end of the game. One of the other icons on your treasure card is the X spots. If you cross out an X spot, that immediately allows you to cross off another space on one of your 2 treasure cards. And then finally, if the player crosses off a coin on their treasure card, they also cross off a coin on their scorecard. And when a player crosses off 4 coins in 1 row on their scorecard, they cash in for the highest point total trophy still on the round card. So in this case, if they had all 4 coins, they would cross off that 6, write the 6 here, and would be worth 6 points at the end of the game. And that's how quickly turns go in Silver and Gold. So first player would just flip over another card. It's that same shape again. So each player, once again, fills in their cards, one card each, trying to complete their treasure cards. And you just keep flipping cards until one player completes a treasure card or earns a trophy for some sort of stoppage in flipping. So you can see how quickly this game can start to become in one way or another. But you can also get, actually instead of putting that there, I can put it right here, cross that X off, and cross, oh, that still doesn't complete it because there was a dot there. That's okay. So we'll go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, cross off a coin, and do 1, 2, 3 there. And in this case, we'll do this, cross that X off, and so this player has completed a treasure card. And what we do here is if multiple players complete a treasure card, you go in player order. So in this case, the player who's flipping the cards is the first player, and then you go clockwise around the table. Here we only have one player complete the treasure card. So they're going to go ahead and set that to their side. They've scored 14 points now for the end of the game, which all their points will be totaled up and put here. But now they have the choice of any of these cards here or off the top of the deck. They're just going to go ahead and take another one of the 14s. They are the highest pointers, but a little bit harder to complete. You would flip another card out, and then you would continue play for the round, just like that. So we'll go ahead and keep doing that. We have another odd shape here, and we'll put that just like this. This player cannot put that shape on, so they just put 1X. If you can never put the shape down, you can only put 1X on your treasure card, but that does complete a treasure card for them. And then this player will go ahead and do that shape, which gives them their 4th coin. So now here we would stop again, because this player has earned a trophy. So we'll cross off the 6 and put the 6 on that player's scorecard. And this player has completed their treasure card, so they will have that in their own personal supply and draw a new treasure card for themselves. We have one more card to flip for the round, which is the square. So any player who can put a square on their board will do so now. Squares are a little hard to fill in. This player cannot put a square, but by putting 1X on the X and then another one there, they complete that card, which allows them to take a new card as well. And then that right there would be the end of round 1. Because there is only one expedition card left, you only flip 7 of the 8 cards. I also want to point out on the treasure cards, some of them have these seals in the top right corner, and those are extra bonus points per color of treasure card you completed at the end of the game. So this player has 2 extra points for every purple card that they complete. Now, they currently don't have any purple cards completed, but through the course of 4 rounds, any of the purple 14 diamond cards that they complete, they would end up getting 2 extra bonus points. And so those can be helpful. If you get a seal early on, you might try to go for those cards later on in the game as you draw new ones. So at the end of the round, you would take the 7 drawn expedition cards and the 1 non-drawn expedition card, shuffle those up, have a new deck, and just continue on. You would pass the right of flipping to the next player clockwise order. So now we'll say this player would be first player. And then you would go through that round, flipping 7 of the 8 cards. You would do that 3 more times for round 2, 3, and 4. And at the end of round 4 is when we would score. So I jumped ahead and filled in just a couple of things on the score sheets so that we could do final scoring. Scoring for silver and gold is fairly straightforward, as most of your points have already been on your score sheet by the end of the game. All you will have to do is count up any points you have from completed treasure cards and any bonus points from seals and add those up as well. So for this player, the first thing you would do is add up any points from trophies. So that player has a 6 trophy and a 3 trophy. They would put a 9 right here in this box. And they have a 2 and a 3 palm tree. You add up all your palm tree points and put them in that box. So we have 9 points for trophies and 5 points for palm trees. And then the players would have, a good handful of treasure cards. I only have 1 out for them at the moment, but so we'll go ahead and give that player 14 points in their treasure cards box and 0 points for seals. But in a full 4-round game, the players would have, points for their seals more than likely and a lot more treasure card points. But that is how you score silver and gold. So that's how you set up, play, and score silver and gold. Let's go ahead and come back up off the table. I will give you my final thoughts and my rock rating for this game. Now it's time for my final thoughts on the game. Silver and Gold is a very enjoyable flip and write. At only 20 minutes, it's very easy to get to the table. It is quick to teach and quick to play. The rounds are very fast. That's something that I value a lot in gaming nowadays with having a newborn and a 3-year-old. It is increasingly harder to get longer games to the table and then fully played. So something like this where we can play in 20 minutes, get it done, play more of it, or play a different game is greatly appreciated. I also like the concept of the dry erase cards for the treasure cards and the scoring and the round card as well. The cards are clear. There's no problems on being able to write on them. The residue for the dry erase comes off very nicely. I wanted to point out I really like that for the score cards on the treasure, they put a symbol. The purple cards have diamonds, the orange cards have crowns, the green cards have a necklace, and the gray cards have a dagger. However, the seals, they did not include a symbol for, and that is a slight problem for me, as colorblind inclusivity is a big thing for me. And so it is very difficult to tell the orange and the green seals apart. So I usually have to ask somebody else I'm playing with if that is an orange or a green seal. Other than that, this game is a hit. It's very quick and very enjoyable. Now it's time for my final grade for Silver and Gold. Rolling with Roc gives an Ultra Ball rating. And that comes down to the quick playing of the game, the simplicity of the actions, the turns. You flip a card, you put X's down for what that symbol shape shows. You do a couple of the extra powers with the coins, the palm trees, or the extra X's, but it's really quick and easy to learn and play. And games that I can play quick are games that I can play often. The price point for this game is pretty low. With all that combined, this is a game that you can get to the table often and really get your money's worth for. And that's a big portion of my grade being an Ultra Ball for this game. I have fun playing this game, but the fact that I can play it, I can have fun playing it and play it often is even better for me. I think that Phil Walker Harding and Pandasaurus Games really have a hit on their hands right here. I've seen a lot of people talk about this game, but I know that not everybody has. And so if you haven't had a chance to experience Silver or Gold already, I would really implore you to go out and find this game. I believe it's in not only friendly local game stores, but if I'm not mistaken, I think it might be in some of the bigger box stores as well. So go ahead and get your hands on Silver and Gold. I do think it's worth having in your collection. And like I said, it's something that you can teach, learn, and play all very quickly. That'll do it for my Roc review of Silver and Gold, designed by Phil Walker Harding and published by Pandasaurus Game. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like. Leave a comment down below telling me what you liked about this video, what do you like about Silver and Gold, and what would you like to see in the future from Rolling with Roc. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and share this video and the channel with your friends who enjoy board game content. I am trying to continue to grow this channel, and every subscriber, every share really helps, so I am greatly appreciative for all that you guys do to help me grow. Thank you once again for viewing this video, and until next time, this was AJ with Rolling with Roc.